Are dogs psychic? I really think dogs are psychic. I really think they're psychic. You know, a dog knows things about you that, you would never tell a dog. Dogs, I really think that. A dog can sense something that other people can't. And this was a new video from Campervan Kevin here. It's been quite a ride, talking about his latest, hospitalization. And I noticed, I don't know, I just look at, the wolf pack here, his wonderful dogs, Tucker, Baby May May, and I can never remember all their names. Martini, yeah. They just look sad, okay? Tucker especially. Tucker just, ever since the rat poison incident, what was that, a couple months ago, where he ingested some rat poison and almost died, Tucker just looks sad. Or kind of foreboding, I don't know. Anyway, one of the things that struck me in this video was the dogs. They just seemed like, I don't know, maybe it's the fact that they're leaving the New Mexico mountains there. Kevin did a video yesterday. It hadn't posted a video in almost a week. He was back in the hospital over the weekend with more of the kidney ureter stuff. He watch the video. He'll give you the update on it. But he has to leave the New Mexico mountains where he has the little purple house, prepper shack, whatever you want to call it. And Felix is there too, his buddy. And it just seemed there's just a sadness over the whole video. It seems like, this is I make jokes about the prepper shack and stuff. It was kind of funny when he built it out, what was it, last year, and then said he was going to go there after the election and kind of, prepper shack it. And then he didn't really, and then he stayed in Phoenix, and et cetera, et cetera. Or he changed his plans, but he did eventually come back to the shack. Came back to the shack. But this video, I watched it, and it was just very haunting. Haunting video, just a haunting video. And especially the dogs. I don't know, especially Tucker. Tucker just seemed like, we know, Dad, we know you're having some difficulty, and we're there for you. But there was a sadness there about leaving the mountain, And Kevin even mentioned it, that the mountain is, green, and it's the greenest it's been in a long time, and there's cows around. And he was saying, really like, and then he was battening down the hatches like he's not going to be back for a while. Like it's winter's coming, and they do get snow up there in the mountains there in New Mexico where he is. And it was kind of like, he has, one of his tracker vehicles or whatever he has, he's winterizing it and whatever. And then he said he is heading back to Phoenix because he's got to meet with some more doctors in Phoenix. He had one of his kidneys removed. When was that? Back in the spring. And then he's had a lot of ureter issues and kidney stone issues ever since. And this last one, he talks about what happened, and just makes your skin crawl. I say that all the time. We like to have fun with some of these nomads, and we agree and disagree, and sometimes we get in these little feuds online here. And Kevin is who Kevin is. I almost met Kevin when I was in Athens, Georgia, two summers ago. He was there to visit his friend. I believe it was Bill Wright that eventually passed away. His good friend, who was in a nursing home, and there's a big flea market there called the J&J Flea Market there in Athens, and I went there thinking he would be there, and then he wasn't there, and then later he was there and I wasn't. I don't know. It was just cross communication or what, but I would have liked to have met Kevin. He was calling me on the phone back then, and we were chatting every now and then, and he said my channel was okay, but he did not like my commenters. He did not like the freewheeling style of commenting, and he may use a little more of a nasty adjective to describe my comments, but he really did not like the comments. And again, I couldn't quite explain to him the fact that, hey, you're putting your stuff in public. People have a right to talk about it, and sometimes they don't want to always say nice things about you. And you know, he has a reputation like some of these other nomads. They've been on YouTube for so many years and talked about so much that they get a certain reputation, and people kind of get to know them and or think they know them, you know. Anyway, I felt sad watching this video. It's been quite a ride here. I really did. I just felt like this is such a wonderful place there up there with the prepper shack, and the dogs just look forlorn. That's all. I was shocked at how, I don't know, maybe that was just reading into it, but Tucker especially, you know, they know what Dad's going through, you know. And we do make jokes about how he voices the dogs, you know. Hey, Dad, we know what you're going through and it's tough and we're pulling for you, you know. Anyway, I don't know, man. Anyway, this is a good video. Watch it. It's you know, again, Kevin, you know, somebody said he's a Southern guy. He's a Southern guy. He's got certain ways about him, and that's not going to change. But this was a very interesting video. Check it out. Let's, you know, again, we wish all our best to Kevin on his, you know, it's been quite a ride in many respects, yeah, and that's what life is sometimes, you know. It usually is for most people, one way or the other.